left field. He'll bat seventh where the pitcher had been. The new pitcher, Carlos Martinez, hits third.
Well, he took the spot on the roster of Mitchell Boggs when they sent Mitchell Boggs down. This kid is a hard thrower.
Here's your drive around the majors presented by Mazda. Padres came from behind in the ninth with a pair. Everett Cabrera, the go-ahead hit as they beat the Orioles 3-2. John Mayberry drove in 3 in the Phillies 6-2 win over the Indians. And R.A. Dickey went 6, struck out 10, and the Blue Jays outscored the Giants 10-6. Daniel Murphy leads off in the 8th inning. Murphy has 2 of the Mets' 6 hits tonight. So he is 5 for 7 in this series, emerging from a long slump. Carlos Martinez, considered one of the Cardinals' top pitching prospects. And like Seth Maness, who we saw in the last inning, he's a starting pitcher who they're in the bullpen, which is something of a Cardinal tradition. They did it with Adam Wainwright. They did it with Lance Lynn. And he gets Murphy on 3 pitches. Impressive start for Carlos Martinez. 2005, which earned him the enormous contract that the Mets bestowed him with the following winter. Here's David Wright, on base twice tonight with an infield hit and a walk. 26 walks now for Wright. I believe Joey Votto has walked more in the National League. And David has performed admirably on an island in that Mets batting order in the early season. Slams this one down the right foul, and it's 1-1.
Martinez has got a nice arm.
Martinez, when he first was signed by the Red Sox, but he was using a phony name. He was going as Carlos Matias. He was suspended for a year by Major League Baseball, and the Red Sox loss was the Cardinals' gain. They were able to straighten the whole thing out and finally sign him in 2010 as an 18-year-old, which is a couple of years later than a Dominican usually signs. And here he is in the big leagues at age 21. And he takes care of David Wright. So back-to-back strikeouts for Martinez. 2 out. So 2 out and nobody on. Now John Buck, who drove in the Mets' first run tonight with a single to left in the 6th. Just his 3rd hit in his last 31 at bats. And Martinez misses low and away. 99 miles an hour from Martinez on the stadium gun. And do you notice with the 3 young pitchers that the Cardinals have run out there tonight, Gast and Maness and now Martinez, they all work quickly.
Yes. I was able to go through their press book in advance and look at all their young pitchers, and their record in the minor leagues, they don't walk people, they throw strikes.
Three and one now to Buck with Lucas Duda hoping for a turn on deck.
Well, Martinez, this is his 4th outing. His first 2 were sparkling, and he hadn't pitched a week in the final game against Colorado, and he got beat up a little bit. That's why the ERA is high.
That's a strike. Buck throwing the bat away. And Mike Winters says, come on back.
Well, I tend to agree with John here. Thought this was, well, he moved the glove back in too. So here we are in the 8th inning, 10-4 ball game.
So Buck has to readjust his thoughts. 3-2 for Martinez, and he walked him this time. So the Mets have a 2-out base runner. Let's check in with the studio. Brian Custer has this game. RBIs with a ground out. He's hit the ball hard 3 times in a row without a hit. 2 hard ground balls to first and a long fly ball to center field that he was able to track down. So a tough 0 for 3 tonight for Duda, who has just 1 hit in his last 17 at bats. Seen his average shrink to 215. Facing hard throwing young Carlos Martinez. And he just got a piece of that fastball at 97 miles an hour. 1-1. Tampa Bay won their 6th in a row tonight. Allowed a 3-run homer to David Ortiz in the first and nothing else. And they beat the Red Sox 5-3.
And Bryce Harper on that play. It went Los Angeles up against the wall.
Face plant.
Boy, oh boy.
They said that he had a little bit of a strained shoulder and a little bit of a knee problem, but no concussion. He did take 11 stitches in his, but that'll be fine. But no concussion, and that's the good news. But he went hard into that scoreboard, that chicken wire in front of the scoreboard in right field. And Martinez strikes out 3 in the inning as he fans Duda. Impressive.